Hey, we did it right this time.
Ooh, look at that. Huh?
You called us to order?
What's up, everybody? Doing a quick microdose here. Got something to talk about. A little interesting back and forth going on. A little venue update, I guess you could call this. A venue update microdose. What do you got,
Venue
Kev?
snap bill, maybe?
Venue
Forest
snap-
Hills Stadium in Queen. Everybody was very excited. Most expensive ticket of the tour. Tuesday, Wednesday night, PHiSH in Queens. And the Forest Hills Garden Corporation, who were basically the homeowners association, has blocked off streets. So NYPD has pulled the permits, which means the 13 scheduled shows are in jeopardy.
I mean, homeowners associations, neighborhood watch things, all that. It just begs for the Karens and the people to come out and hate on shit. And you can't have your roses too high, or you can't have your yard. Shit like that drives me crazy. This I do kind of understand to a point. We were talking a little bit about it before, in that some people live right next to this place, I guess, like right basically butting up to it or right across the street from it. And I'm sure it does get a little loud. I'm sure even noise ordinances don't help. And I guess they've doubled the concerts that they have. Like when they first started, there was only a few every year, and now there's a lot more, and they play a lot later. And you read the complaints, and people are like, my windows rattle, and like my ceiling's cracking. And I mean, it sounds miserable if you live there, but I don't know. I mean, I guess this is the way you get the attention of people when you've been complaining and no one listens to you, and you're like, well, we're going to do this. But I think the funny thing is, the venue then released a statement or put something out on social media that was basically like, Forest Hill Stadium is moving forward with our 2025 concert schedule as planned, and our permitting timeline is on its standard schedule. As happens every season, the vocal NIMBY minority of Forest Hills Gardens are attempting to roadblock yet another enjoyable season of music. Kev, what is a NIMBY?
A NIMBY means not in my backyard.
Thank you. For those of us that don't know,
that's like, I always use Merriweather Post as a thing. It's been there since 1969. They built condos and all these houses around it. Those people drive up. No Merriweather Post Pavilion is a concert pavilion, and they have concerts there all summer. And then they complain when they move in that there are concerts.
Same thing with like Fiddler's Green in Denver. They built it in a tech park, and then there's offices and homes and everything around it, and people are like, oh, it's you're like, well, why would you put a venue here, or why would you try and make this work? Like,
Dick's is in a
that's another prime example though. Dick's used to be in the middle of nowhere, and over the past 12 years, look at that community and what has happened over there. It's completely built up, and the same thing's happening there. People are complaining about the shows and going too late and the people coming in. So it's an issue. This venue is a little different though, I think, because it's a little bit more boutique. It used to be a tennis stadium or whatever, and it seats 1,300.
Yes, famous. It's a famous tennis stadium,
and it's had tons of concerts. The Stones, Beatles, I think, have played there. Like, it's had famous but it's also very small, right? 1,300, which, as you said before, was the most expensive. 13,000. 13,000 is still in that realm of like, okay, it's a little bit smaller than.
It's the biggest you're going to get for that size venue.
That area, right?
Up to 17 or higher, like a
Madison, right? Until you get into an indoor stadium or something a little bit bigger. But
last year, they said 11 of the 36 concerts held there exceeded local decibel limits, which is about a third.
And that's 36 shows. I think in one thing I read, they started doing like 12 was the original number a year or something like that. And
then they have 13 listed this summer. Dr. Dog, Black Keys, PHiSH, obviously, 2 nights at King Gizzard, Alabama Shakes. I mean, some neat shows. When I saw Dr. Dog was headlining there, I'm like, how is Dr. Dog selling out 13,000 when they haven't played in years?
I think part of that too is it's kind of the responsibility of the venue that operates to, I think, work in conjunction with the people, right? Like maybe you only have shows Friday, Saturday, Sunday afternoons. It doesn't go as late Sunday nights if you do that, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday type runs, that you can have concerts. You put an earlier curfew, shows start an hour or two earlier than normal, maybe. I think you got to work with people on how to make this instead of just like forcing upon them. Oh, we're doing 36 shows this.
It was an earlier. This is the earliest ticket time on the whole PHiSH tour. It's an
It
hour
should be
earlier than
right,
everything else. They have a
right,
hard 10 o'clock cutoff.
right, right, and it should be. I mean, you have to. Like, I'm sure people are like, and that's 36 days during your summer where your neighborhood is crazy and there's shit go. I mean, it's tough. I feel for them for sure, but at the same time, you have to work together, I think, to find a solution here. And because you hate to lose the venue. That would suck. There's not enough venues out there these days that are unique and fun and cool. And when this happens, you just
it was recently recognized by Billboard as the top amphitheater in the Eastern United States because of its cultural significance.
There you go. Unique venue, right?
Right.
I don't know. There has to be a way.
The homeowners say that they are committed to finding a balanced solution that addresses the impacts while respecting the community.
So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see how this plays out and what happens. Like, it sounds like shows will go forward, but let's say they had to move it. Where do you think they would move the PHiSH show to if they had to move it?
I mean, that's tough. A Jones Beach or something like that, I feel like is too big a venue because it's a Tuesday, Wednesday show or something like that. I'm hoping Jones Beach. Yeah, that's what Ray says.
Yeah.
But yeah, leave us a comment down in the comments if you're watching this later and let us know what you think. And we'll probably revisit this Wednesday. We got a big show Wednesday coming up. We're going to be focusing a lot on Dead and Company because we have Mr. David Gans coming on with us. So mark your calendars for that, but we will revisit this. We'll probably talk a little bit about this Japan thing, which T and I decided was not a real rumor.
Hoax.
It's a hoax.
Hey, I gotta say though, good on those guys for the commitment to the bit. They do not give it up. I'm very impressed with what they do. But yeah, let us know what you think about this Forest Hill stuff. This is, venues. After COVID, it was all about getting music back into venues, and now we're back at the stage of like venues are disrupting things and blah blah blah. So it's always something, and I hope they can work this out because I hate to see it go away or to get changed or whatever. So let us know what you think. Let us know what would be an alternative. What?
Like and subscribe.
We'll see you Wednesday night.